Hey everybody, it's Maria. Welcome back to my channel. I'm laughing because I'm soaking wet because I was just about to film this video because my little puppy, Gracie, who I love so much that I got about 2 weeks ago, is really a handful. I don't even think I have her 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks this Friday, and this is only Monday, so what do I have her, like 9 days? But she is a handful, and she requires a lot of attention, and I totally forgot how much time a puppy takes. So I finally got her to settle down, and she fell asleep. And just when I was going to record the video, it started to pour on my deck furniture, and it's material, and it takes forever to dry. So I ran out there, and it's still pretty wet, the furniture, but at least it won't be soaked completely through. So here I am with spots on my glasses. I have to put this now because Gracie pulls my glasses off my face. But I did want to share with you a package that actually came today, and it's from Donner. And I did open it because I thought it was something for the dog, because I've been ordering different things for the dog. But this was sent, I guess, from Amazon, but through Donner, because I didn't order it. They just sent it to me. And so I did open the box, but I didn't open this. So this is an audio interface. So this is really cool. I knew they did guitars, ukuleles, and pedals, but I didn't know that they, and pianos, I think, but I didn't know that they did audio interfaces. And this is a very useful item for a musician to have for recording. So that's what I want to share this item with you and show you how to use it. And if there's time, maybe I can even do a little demonstration of it. So let's get to it. This is official unboxing of the Donner, and it's called Livejack Lite 2 in, 2 in, 2 out, audio interface, Dynamic preamp, 24-bit, 192 kHz, which is basically what all the recordings would be on any of these interfaces. So that's the, the specs. All right, so let us not waste any more time. Let's get to this. It's a little smashed here in transit, but this seems like a pretty sturdy box, so I'm hoping that it didn't hurt it, so to speak. So it comes with an all-important instruction booklet, which is kind of thick, so I may have to look at that if there's something I don't understand. It comes with, I guess, a form, a little card if you want to contact Donner. Okay, and then the interface. And lucky that they do have the little, they have this stuff to protect it. Right now I can't think of the name of this styrofoamy kind of stuff. Not really styrofoam, I don't know what it is. But it protects it, and it comes with the cable you'll need to connect it. Well, you need this to connect you to your computer, but computers these days, oh, it's a USB-C. That is interesting. So my computer is USB-C, and the other end is regular USB, which I'm assuming, I don't know. Oh, no. Okay, so this is USB-C, which is sort of like becoming the standard, but I have it on my Mac, but I don't have it on some other devices. So I would have to get, like, for maybe my, let me start that again. So USB-C is the standard, or becoming the standard, and I have it on my Mac, but not everybody does. So what they do is they have the USB-C coming out of here, but a regular USB going to your recording device, which would be your computer or your iPad, whatever, or wherever you're going to record to. So you would need some kind of adapter for this, which I actually have since I'm a musician and I do recording. So that shouldn't be a problem, but just take that in mind. If you have this input on your computer or your recording device, then you're good as gold. But if you don't, you will need some kind of adapter to make it USB-C on your end, or whatever your computer takes. So, or your iPad is a little different. Like my iPad is Lightning. Some iPads are USB-C, and some old ones, I don't even know, are they USB? No, they never were. They were something else. So it's either Lightning or USB-C for the iPads, I believe. Okay, I like the color. It's a very pretty, like a bluish gray. I like that a lot. I'll show you up close. And there's a little thing that you take off the plastic. Uh-oh. All right. I don't know. Well, I don't know what that's for, because it's probably plastic, but now I ripped the part that you're supposed to use. That's going to be a big mess. All right, I'll deal with that later. Just know that this plastic that you're supposed to be able to pull off, but however it worked for me, it didn't. So this is what it looks like, okay? And it's not lit up, obviously, because it's not plugged in. But you do have, this is for a line in or a microphone. So that's what's nice about that. So you can use your microphone if it has this type of XLR jack, it's called, okay? So you could put a mic or you could put an instrument. And then you have another one over here for second instrument. So you could have like 2 ukuleles, 2 guitars, a mic and a guitar, whatever you keyboard, okay? So you have 2 here. You can actually probably make it stereo. If you had a keyboard, you'd put one, you would put the left in here and the right in here. I believe that's how it would works on my other interface. It should work the same way. You'll know when you hook it to your computer. Depending on what you plug it in, it should, you know, pop up and say right and left, or maybe it'll just say left, or maybe it'll just say right. Okay, let me look at this so I can tell you. It's got gain, which is right here. Okay, you got the gain control, and you got the gain control for this one. Okay, just looking at it. Okay, there's a little thing here that you probably won't be able to see me press, but when you press it in, it goes in a little, and that's for either line or instrument. So if you were going to plug in, let's see, I don't know, I want to say a Walkman, some kind of music iPod or something that's a line, that's called a line when it's not an instrument. So anything other than an instrument, you would press that in and it would be line in. Like maybe you want to record from an old radio or you know, a cassette player or something like that. That would be considered line in. So otherwise you leave it out and that's instrument. If you are going to plug in a microphone that requires phantom power, you would press the second one, and that's the phantom power button. And you have to do that for the microphone that requires phantom power to work. If you're not using a microphone, like if you're just using a dynamic mic, usually their condenser mics require phantom power. If you're just using a dynamic mic, you would just leave it not pressed in because you don't need phantom power. And then, let's see what else you have. You have the gain, also the same thing. On this side, you have the same thing, whether it's an instrument or whether it's a microphone, a line in. And the second one is not phantom power because you only need that for this type of jack, the XLR. So the second one on this one is something different. And that is to either directly monitor or not. And I believe that has to do with how you listen to it, whether you're listening with headphones or maybe it's this. You see, this is an out, so you can actually plug these left and right to a speaker, or you can plug it to an amp. If you just had an amp, you would just use the left. The left is always mono, okay? I'm sure it says it in the instructions. And there is your USB-C input. So that's how you plug the one side in there, the other side into your computer if it has the regular USB, or into the adapter. So I will show you how that works. Okay, I forgot to show you the last one here. This is for your headphones. And if you press this to direct monitoring, you won't hear any latency, which is the time it takes for your computer to respond to the instrument that you're playing. Okay, because you want low latency. So to hear it in real time, you would press that direct monitor in, and you would listen on your headphones. Okay, all right. Yeah. So it may look like a big mess, but it's actually pretty easy to get this working. I'm using the Donner electric guitar, but you can use any electric instrument, and what that means is any instrument where you can plug it into something like an amp. So I have the 1/4 inch out, going from the guitar right to this interface. And then I'm going to plug a microphone, and you're going to fit it in. It only fits one way, okay? And now you have the microphone in. So I don't have phantom power plugged in because it doesn't need phantom power. It's a dynamic mic. So let me show you that. So here is the microphone. It's a Shure SM58, which I've had for almost 2 decades. It's a wonderful microphone. And then I have the out of this Donner interface, which is, they give you the white cord. So if you could follow this, this is where it might get a little tricky, but it's very important if you're going to hook it to your iPad. Okay, so I have it going into this powered USB hub. And what do I mean by powered? It needs to be either plugged into an outlet or to some kind of source that's going to give it power. In this case, I have it plugged into this little iPhone or brick. It's a power brick, basically. And you can see the lights are on. Okay, it gives you how many lights. It's like 3 lights out of 4 left. So it gives you quite a bit of juice. And I have it going into there. Now, the out from here, this powered USB hub, and it's a hub because you can actually plug other instruments into it if you need, you know, other USB instruments or USB devices, let's say. Okay, but for this demonstration, because this is an audio interface, all we're going to worry about is getting the guitar and the microphone into the audio interface and then into the iPad. Okay, so there's my microphone. There's the powered USB hub. The out from there goes to this adapter, and this is what I was talking about. This is a lightning adapter because this particular iPad takes a lightning input. If you needed USB-C, you would use one of these. And I have one of these because my computer, my Mac, is USB-C. And this is just your standard USB. So either of these will work. And as you can see, I'm talking into the microphone. And you also hear it too because I have the out of the back of here. See, there's the stereo out if I wanted. I'm only using the mono, and I'm plugging that into the one of the inputs. So it's a mono input. So when I talk in the microphone, you will hear it coming out of the speaker. But the speaker is unnecessary, okay, unless you're performing and wanted to record a pure performance without people, you know, babies crying, dogs barking. And so then you could do both. Or you can put the headphones right into here and monitor it very quietly if you were recording and you didn't want to wake anybody. That's the headphone input. It's a 1/4 inch input. So if you have headphones that have 1/8 inch, which these have 1/8 inch right here, you need the adapter, and I do have the adapter. But since I'm not plugging it in, I'm not going to waste the time to you know, plug it in. So these headphones come with a 1/4 inch adapter so that for this very purpose, you can plug it into things like this audio interface, which require a 1/4 inch input. Okay, so now we go back to the iPad, okay? As you can see me talking, you can see on one of the tracks, the volume is being raised. It goes even louder. And I can also raise it over here if I wanted to, which I don't because it's loud enough, but you would raise it here. See, it's about a little more than half, okay? So you can adjust that depending on the wave that you produce. You don't want a huge wave because then it'll just distort. If I sing very powerfully or you play an instrument, you know, like a flute, it would distort. So you can use the microphone right here, not just for voice, but for different instruments like the tongue drum I have, or any instrument that's acoustic, like a kalimba or a ukulele or anything, okay? But if you have an instrument like this Donner jazz guitar, then you can plug it in and no one will hear you. Well, they won't hear you that much if you don't use the speaker because it's going to go right into your iPad. So watch when I strum this. Now, do you see how both are now? See that? So even if my little doggy starts barking, you won't hear it because it's going right, you know, the recording, you'll hear it, but when you listen to your recording, it'll be clean. So I'm going to try to just record something quickly so you can hear how this works. And on the guitar, if you look here, I have it about halfway. Now remember, the guitar has different volume controls, see? So depending on the volume controls, then you would adjust each device, okay? So there you have it. It's really not hard at all. One thing I am surprised that there's no, there's only a light when I'm speaking. You see that flickering green light? I was just a little surprised there wasn't a light to show me that it was working, that it was on. I thought at first something was wrong, and then I looked on my iPad And right here it says, where does it say it? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. You see it says USB, okay? That means it's working. That I'm using the USB to produce, to make sounds go into this iPad. I'm not using the internal microphone, which is not going to give you the quality that something like this is going to give you. If you want professional sounding demos or, wave files or songs, you're going to want to use something like this. And then even if you do a video, when I do the video and you hear the recorded song, you're going to hear the difference because there's no outside air, no extraneous noises. Okay, so let me get to this right now. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see and hear me. And right now you're hearing me through this little amp. But when you watch this whole video and I start singing and playing, you're going to hear the beautiful sound that you get when you record using this interface. I'm using my iPad, but you can use your computer as well. Or an iPhone, I believe. Okay, so let's try this. This is an original song that I wrote, or maybe a snippet of it. And I'm going to hit record. I arm both tracks on whatever device I'm using, and then hit record and play. Okay, here we go. Everything is right now, just the way it is. And I'm feeling like it can't get better than this. Then you walk into the room, and I feel like I will cry. Tears of joy just running down my eyes. You're the best thing in my life. You're the dreams I hold inside. You're the best thing in my life. I want you to know that I love you every day. I love you every night. I love you when I kiss this world goodnight. Okay, that's only not even half of a song called Best Thing in My Life that I wrote for my husband and my two sons a very long time ago. It's on my CD, Moments of Happiness, which is on Bandcamp, Spotify, all those, and iTunes. So there you have it. I'm going to shut this off so it stops recording. And now the beauty of having two tracks, okay, recorded separately, is that you have the guitar separate from the vocals. So if the vocals wasn't loud enough, if my vocal wasn't loud enough, which the wave looks a little smaller than the guitar, I can raise it up. So let's just hear how it sounds together. I'm going to unarm these tracks, okay, and I'm just going to start right about there, which is about where I started to sing. No, maybe not. I'll put it from the beginning, see what happens. Okay, here we go. Everything is right now, just the way it is. Now I'm going to lower the vocals because it actually is too loud. And I'm feeling like it can't get better than this. Maybe I'll pan them a little. Then you walk into the room, and I feel like I will cry. Now there's no effects. Tears of joy just running no reverb on either instrument or voice. You're the best thing in my life. But then you can, mix it and perfect it. You're the best thing in my life. I want you to know that I love you every day. See, now it's just the guitar. When I kiss this world, just the vocals. Good night. Okay, that's only. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put it back to the beginning, and you're going to hear it because I'm going to use this recording, and you're going to hear the difference and how quality it is you know, when you hear it on the video from this recording. So I'm going to just play it right now. Everything is right now, just the way it is. And I'm feeling like it can't get better than this. Then you walk into the room, and I feel like I will cry. Tears of joy just running down my eyes. You're the best thing in my life. You're the dreams I hold inside. You're the best thing in my life. I want you to know that I love you every day. I love you every night. I love you when I kiss this world goodnight.